Hello and welcome to Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer. I'm your host for today. Really appreciate you taking time to join us. We've got a great show lined up for you. Jay Altman, who is the CEO for FirstLine Charter Schools, is going to be with us today. Darlene Kattan, who is with the Hispanic Chamber, has got some great information she's going to share with the Hispanic Chamber and what they're doing, how you can be a member. Mark Wilson is the Brewmaster for Abita Brewing Company, a job we'd all like to have. And they've got a couple of events coming up where you can get samples of some of that great Abita beer. Ms. Kelly Schulz, who is with the New Orleans Convention and Visitors Bureau, is going to join us today, and we're going to be talking about some cool events that are taking place in New Orleans and where you can be a tourist in your hometown. Again, it's Across Louisiana. Thank you for taking time to be with us, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Again, we're so happy you joined us today. Very happy to have Mr. Jay Altman with us this morning, who is the CEO for the FirstLine Charter Schools. Jay, thank you so much for taking time to come in and speak with us this morning. So let's jump right in to what exactly do the FirstLine schools mean from the Charter Management Group? What a little bit about your organization?
So we're a mission-driven nonprofit organization, and our mission is to create and inspire great open admissions public schools in New Orleans. So we're completely open admission, non-selective, and our goal is to provide a strong academic program and a variety of experiences that nurture students' character, health, and citizenship.
And the schools you operate are which ones?
John Dibert, Langston Hughes, Arthur Ashe, Samuel Green, and Clark High School.
Okay, and what grades are they? Is it is it grade 1 through?
Green, Ashe, Dibert, and Langston Hughes are all kindergarten through 8th grade, and Clark is a high school. Okay. Now,
and I apologize, I'm not really that familiar with the charter school concept. So one of the questions, can a student from anywhere in the metropolitan New Orleans area go to any charter school they so desire, or is it more by area?
Any student in Orleans Parish. So under the new system of schools in New Orleans, every parent can apply to any school. There are a group of schools that are selective and have certain admissions criteria. The vast majority are open admission schools, and you can apply anywhere. And schools also provide transportation.
Now, do you have like a limit of the maximum number of students you can take?
We do. We only have a few grades left this year that have openings. Most of our grades are filled right now, but we have openings still in, we have a very few openings left in kindergarten, a few in 6th, and a few in 9th.
So if I'm watching the program right now and I as a parent would like to get my child enrolled in, say, kindergarten, how would I go about doing that?
Go to our website, www.firstlineschools.org.
And we'll put that up.
And that'll have information. You can also go, the Recovery School District has a one-app process. And again, should probably move quickly, because I think the last few spots are going
that
fast.
Quick, huh?
Yeah.
Talk about some of the successes that your organization has had.
Well, our schools have just shown, tremendous improvement over the last 7 years. We have a couple of schools that are at or above the state average, and our other 2 K-8 schools are just almost at the state average.
Wow, that's great.
We have Clark High School shown tremendous improvement the last 2 years. We also have a lot of enrichment programming, like our edible schoolyard program that's gardening and cooking.
Yeah, and I've seen that. Very impressive.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a fun program. And students learn how to cook in a real kitchen classroom starting in kindergarten. And also we have music programs, good athletic programs, art programs. So, a wide variety of activities, after-school programming, summer programming.
Jay, congratulations on the success. And again, if you're watching and you've got a child who, kindergarten, I believe you said, and you want to get somebody in there, you might want to move right now. Success is proven by the fact that you stay full. So again, congratulations on what you're accomplishing. I think that is great. That's Jay Altman, who is the CEO for FirstLine Schools. We're going to look at a feature right now, the Senior Medicare Patrol. I think you'll find this interesting, a group of people that are really doing a great job for our senior citizens. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Medicare fraud has become a problem that is so big that nobody actually can put a dollar amount to it. You will see figures ranging anywhere from $60 billion to $100 billion tax dollars, our money that's lost every year to fraudulent claims. It doesn't really matter where you fall on the political spectrum. This is of concern to you.
The problem of healthcare fraud is bigger than any of us really know. While we don't know the exact figure, we know it's way out of control. Today's healthcare fraudster, as we like to call them sometimes, is no longer just your mom and pop down the street, perhaps, that billed for a few extra services to make ends meet. They're very organized. We're seeing organized crime infiltrate the healthcare fraud arena all over the country. We have everywhere from your Russian mafia mobs, as they're called, in Brooklyn, to some of the Armenians in Los Angeles, to very many Nigerian groups here in the South. Baton Rouge, for instance, jumped off the charts a couple years ago in the data of medical equipment being supplied to the Medicare beneficiaries in the greater Baton Rouge area. There's no way that many wheelchairs, that many orthotic equipment was going out into the public here in Baton Rouge. And that's why they were selected as one of the 9 key cities to be selected for strike force cities in the whole country. When you figure Baton Rouge is on the same map with Detroit, Miami, Houston, Los Angeles, and Brooklyn, something's not correct.
Louisiana Senior Medicare Patrol is a federally funded program. We are funded in part by the Administration on Aging. And here in Louisiana, we are sponsored by EQ Health Solutions.
The Inspector General's office, as most law enforcement agencies, depend on assistance from the public and other organizations to help us locate the fraudulent providers in the healthcare arena. Groups like the Senior Medicare Patrol are very important because they are our boots on the ground. They go out, they meet with the public, they help the public understand what to look for on potential identity fraud, any type of abusive behavior by any of the medical community. They hear it firsthand from the community, and then they pass that information on to us. We can take that information, put it with information that we already have, or perhaps something brand new to us, and it helps us develop and determine who we should be looking at for fraudulent behavior.
In 2012 alone, we were able to provide Medicare fraud prevention materials to just about 25,000 seniors statewide. And we do that at health fairs, at big parish luncheons. We also conduct education sessions, which are like little 20-minute classes that actually teach seniors how they can prevent Medicare fraud on the front end. And we had about 8,000 people statewide attend those in 2012.
It's important to understand that our agency is committed to the entire state of Louisiana. And last year's convictions go from New Orleans to Morgan City, Lafayette, Lake Charles, Shreveport, Baton Rouge. We're all over the state. So we're not just limited to this heat strike force in Baton Rouge as far as our commitment to healthcare fraud. We're looking at this whole state in its totality, and we're convinced that we can make a real difference.
Every 90 days, Medicare beneficiaries receive a Medicare summary notice. This is a statement that is sent to them by Medicare, showing them all of the claims that Medicare has paid for on their behalf. Looking at the Medicare summary notice is the easiest way for Medicare beneficiaries to help in the fight against healthcare fraud, because they will be the best people to be able to look at the list of services that were provided and determine whether they actually received all of those services. When a Medicare beneficiary believes that perhaps their number has been compromised, in other words, they gave it to someone who maybe shouldn't have it, or they think it's been just flat out stolen, or if they notice on their Medicare summary notice, on their explanation of benefits, that there's bills and claims there for services that they have not received, what they can do is call us at Senior Medicare Patrol. We have people who answer the phone from 8 to 4:30 every day, and you can call, and we will not only help you determine if there is a problem, but if we find that there is a problem, we will help you resolve that problem. The toll-free number to call is 877-272-8720. Or you can also get a hold of us by visiting our website, and that is stopmedicarefraudla.org.
Welcome back to Across Louisiana. Happy to have you here, and just very proud to have Miss Darlene Kattan, who is the Executive Director for the Hispanic Chamber, joining us right now.
Hi,
Thank
Steve.
you for taking time to come in and talk to us. Hispanic Chamber, you guys are really doing some good stuff. You're growing.
Yes,
so
we
let's talk about some of the things that are going on with the Hispanic
We first want to say
Chamber.
thank you, Cox, because you have been with us every step of the way, and without your support, we would not have grown as fast as we have. So thank you.
Very welcome. Let's talk about how membership would, if I want to become a member of the Hispanic Chamber, and really kind of what sets the Hispanic Chamber apart from the other chambers that are located in the community.
Well, what sets us apart is that we connect communities. We connect the Hispanic community with mainstream Americans and the Americans that want to enter the fastest growing demographic in the nation. So we help to bridge that gap and help people with that transition, because Americans don't really know how to enter the demographic, and the Hispanics coming from another country don't always know how to get into mainstream and do that. So that's what we do.
Now, and again, it's the Hispanic Chamber, but it's not just for the Hispanic community.
Not just for Hispanics.
That's a misnomer that I think a lot of people have, a reception that they have, is that, well, I'm not Hispanic, so really the Hispanic Chamber has nothing to offer me.
We have Caucasians, Asians, African Americans,
me.
Asians. We have everyone. The Chamber is for everyone, because everyone wants to do business with this demographic, and today the world is a global marketplace. They want to do business in Latin America. So that's where we come in to help facilitate that.
Very good point.
You don't have to speak Spanish. You don't have to speak Spanish. And all of our business is conducted in English. We keep all of our records in English, and all of our business meetings, everything is in English.
Now, your website, Darlene, is?
It's www.hccl.biz.
Okay, we'll put that on the screen. So all the information about membership and costs that are involved, all that's on the website,
Everything is there. It's a beautiful website. It's about 1.5 years old, and they can get more information than they ever wanted about anything.
Now, some chambers do like the after hours.
We do.
You do after hours programs as well?
We've been doing that. As a matter of fact, we have one August 8th coming up right here in the Elmwood area. It's a very good place to come and, in a very relaxed, casual setting, make friends, make contacts. Business is about relationships, but also I've had many people that have found a job. I have connected people. I'll have an employer there saying, I'm looking for someone bilingual for this position, and I'll have a young person come up to me and say, I'm looking for a job with this. Wait, you two need to meet. And we've had a lot of success stories come out of those network meetings.
That's great. And listen, you have some great luncheons. I mean, very informative. You have great speakers.
We do.
I know we're always at those. And again, I applaud you, because it's not your typical where you just go and hear somebody talk. It's great information. It's always first-class speakers. So
and the
congratulations
chef,
on that.
We always go to the JW Marriott, and the chef is from Honduras, so he always does a high Hispanic gourmet type cuisine for us, and everybody loves it because it's different. He's great.
It is different, and it's
is.
fantastic. What would you tell somebody who, if they were just thinking about joining the chamber, if you were sitting here with them, what would you say is the biggest benefit of being a member of the chamber?
Call me, and I'll talk to you all about it. We will help connect you to this demographic. As I said, it is the fastest growing minority in the United States today. So if you want to bring additional business to your bottom line, you need to know how to connect to this community. It's not just a matter of language, it's a matter of cultural sensitivity. And also, if you're an employer and you need bilingual employees, we'll be very happy to help, because we operate the only bilingual workforce training program in the whole state of Louisiana. And we operate that on the campus of Delgado Community College. We've put 1,000 people through the program and placed them in jobs.
That's
so
incredible.
It's a big success story for us. We're very proud of it.
Darlene, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
all that you guys are doing there. You're doing a great job. Appreciate
Thank you,
again you
Steve.
taking time to come in and talk to us. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to have Mr. Mark Wilson here, who is with the Abita Brewing Company. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Very happy to have Mr. Mark Wilson, who is the Brewmaster at Abita Brewing Company. And Mark, we were talking before the segment, being Brewmaster doesn't mean you just get to drink all the beer you want all day, right?
It's not all that, but that is the most enjoyable part of the job.
Well, like every job, your job sounds more fun than it probably is. I know there's probably more things involved than Everybody always wonders what the Brewmaster is, and of course you didn't bring us any samples, so we'll have to go over to the brewing company. I've been there many, many times. It's a wonderful location. You've got some big events coming up that we want to talk about, so I'll let you go ahead and do that.
Yeah, we do. First, at the end of August, on August 30th, we have a pub crawl in the Warehouse District promoting Fall Fest, which is our fall seasonal beer. And then we have Tales and Ales, which is an event at the fairgrounds where they have races with things other than horses. So there are races with ostriches and camels, and it's in the fall, so or September 7th, and it's at night, so it's cool for the animals and also
now,
for
have you done
the
this?
patrons.
Is this the first time you've done this?
No, this is the third year, and they've had the event at the fairgrounds, and we're the beer sponsor. So inside you'll be able to sample all of our beers that we carry year round, as well as some specialty beers. And there we'll have our Fall Fest will be available, our Satsuma Wit, which is the summer harvest beer, and our Pecan Harvest Ale.
How many beers do you guys actually have? Because I got to tell you, I love Abita. I love Abita. Everywhere I go, people talk about Abita beer. How many do you actually have?
Well, we'll have 22 beers that we will produce year-round that are a constant rotating. Some of them are produced year-round, some of them are just available in draft, some of them just in bottles. But during the year, we'll have at least 22 beers, as well as specialty beers that are available throughout the year.
And your website is www.abita.com. We'll put that on the screen. So if I go to the website, I can find more information on the Fall Fest pub crawl and the Tales and Ales and how I can get involved in that.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
And we'll have updates of what's going on, and then updates on all of our beers, and you can do a virtual tour. We have descriptions of all of our beers, the ingredients, the locally sourced ingredients that we use, such as strawberries for our strawberry lager, pecan for the Pecan Harvest Ale, Satsumas for the Satsuma
Now,
Wit.
how close is, I've been to the pub many times. I like to play golf at Money Hill, so I always stop back by the pub. How close is the brewery to the pub?
We're just up the road. It's about a mile
And
and
if
a
I'm
half
not
up the
mistaken,
road.
the pub was the brewery at one time, right?
It's the original location of the brewery, and we still have the original brewing system is down at the brew pub.
Wow. And Mark, you've been there for how long?
I've been there for 17 years.
As brewmaster?
No, I started as a brewer in 1996, and in 2004 I was named brewmaster.
Wow, that's incredible. And I got to tell you, again, I love Abita. It's a great Louisiana product. I guess you can find it now probably all across I know it's all across the country, throughout the world.
We're not everywhere in the country. We're in 42 states, and then we're just starting to do a little exporting.
Yeah.
We're doing some exporting to Central America and to Italy.
Mark, thank you so much for taking time to be with us today. It's www.abita.com. You can go on the website, find out more information about the pub crawl and the Ales and Tales. It sounds like some great events. Whatever, it's got great Abita beer out there, so you can't go wrong with that. Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to have Miss Kelly Schulz, who is with the New Orleans Convention and Visitors Bureau. We will be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Very happy to have Miss Kelly Schulz with us right now. Kelly is with the New Orleans Convention and Visitors Bureau. And you guys, congratulations, because you have been doing some great things. Would you say this year, and I hate talking about Katrina, but it seems like for those of us that have been here forever, Katrina is like the milestone that we go by. So would you say that we're back more than ever? Because you keep hearing that.
Yeah, you know, Steve, from a visitor standpoint, we are absolutely back and better than ever. And if you look at just this year with the Super Bowl, with record crowds for festivals, all of the awards that we've won as a destination, as Travel and Leisure, America's favorite city, the numbers speak for themselves. 2012, we had 9 million visitors.
Wow.
And they spent $6 billion. That's more than we've ever had, the highest spending ever, and second only to 2004 when we had 10 million visitors. So
incredible.
If you compare to pre-Katrina, we are back and better than ever.
And you're not bored.
And we're not bored, no.
So you've got some great events coming up. Let's talk about the culinary event that's coming up.
Well, August 1st is the beginning of Culinary New Orleans, which is our restaurant promotion that we do every summer. We have more than 50 restaurants around the city, and I'm talking about places like Arnaud's and Galatoire's, new places like Dominique's on Magazine, Kingfish. These are places that are offering 2- and 3-course lunches for $20 or less, and 3-course dinners for $35 or less. And it goes on all month throughout August.
Now, that's an incredible price for some of these restaurants. Is this something that to participate in this, do you have to like be a member of anything, or do you join something? Or, I mean, you couldn't just come in off the street and do this, I'm thinking.
Well, this is a membership promotion
Okay.
with the New Orleans Convention and Visitors Bureau. So the restaurants that participate are members of ours, and they choose to sign up because, you know, as great of a year as we're having, every destination has somewhat of a slower time.
Yeah.
And for New Orleans, it's August and September. So culinary restaurant promotion is a great thing for locals to take advantage of.
And I like the cool.
The
for August,
culinary,
September.
right, and
Yeah.
get out of the heat a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's something that we've done. It's now our 9th year. The restaurants love it. You know, they say that it really keeps their business hopping during the month of August, which is typically a little bit slower. And, you know, for locals that are watching, it's a great value. If maybe you've wanted to try a new restaurant or, you know, go out to one of the old favorites around the city, this is a great opportunity to do it at, you know, significant cost savings.
Now, Kelly, your website is NewOrleansCVB.com.
That's right.
If I go to the website, will it have a listing of the restaurants that are participating in this?
Yes, if you go to NewOrleansCVB.com, you'll see our culinary logo, and right now we have 50 restaurants, but more signing up every day.
That's
and
incredible.
it's a really great opportunity to support the restaurant community and to be a tourist in your own town. It's so much fun.
And let's talk about that real quick before we run out of time, because I've done that, and I got to tell you, I had probably one of the best vacations just staying right here at home. It was phenomenal.
You know, and that we're so fortunate as locals to live in New Orleans and to get to experience this amazing place and amazing culture that 9 million people every year come to experience, and we get to have it every day. But during August and September, when it is a little bit of a downtime for us, we encourage locals to be tourists in their hometown, to go to the restaurants, take advantage of culinary, maybe stay in a hotel in the French Quarter, go shopping, you know, support the local merchants, go to listen to live music or go to a museum. You know, there's so many components of our tourism industry. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's so many components of our tourism industry, and it's also great fun, and it's driving our economy and supporting our neighbors who make their living in this very critical industry for our city.
Kelly, thank you, and again, congratulations to you guys. You're just doing a phenomenal job representing this city, and I mean, hats off for the job that you're doing. Kelly, please come back, update us on all the events you have going. We'd love to have you back anytime you want to come on. You've been watching Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer, and we really appreciate you joining us. Stay with us, and we look forward to seeing you next time.